Please insert disc 2.
Remember how cool that was back when
That was
happened?
awesome, yeah. I was terrified as a kid because someone told me that you said, like, if you don't have a memory card equipped when you get the disc 2, that, like, your game will just end or something. I forget how he phrased it, but he didn't understand how memory cards worked, and I didn't have a memory card, so I didn't know how they worked. So I just assumed he knew what he was talking about. Like, oh no.
If you don't have a memory card in when you do this,
Yeah.
it'll erase everything.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. Okay.
Ooh. Ugh. Second sneeze didn't
Yeah.
quite make it.
Then we gotta head north to the snowfields, do some extreme sports. Some extreme sports calendar modeling.
Man, I really was enjoying the shield sledding in Breath of the Wild.
How do you do it?
You jump, hold down the shield button, and then hold circle? Or not circle, what the fuck is it? I don't know. Whatever the...
Oh, like B?
Yeah, I can't think of the button
Yeah,
names.
they're inverted on
Yeah.
the Nintendo controller from what I would assume they would be.
Yeah, circle and triangle and X and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's basically jump, which is the Y, and then L2 or whatever the fuck it is, and then the button you would use to parry.
Okay.
And then he throws it underneath him, and then you can either do like these cool spins, or
Yeah.
you can jump and do tricks, and it's just fun. You find this one person who is like a expert shield sledder, and you pay her 20 rupees, and you can do this course. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So everything I told you about Genova coming to the planet, what happened to the ancients, all of that comes from these few videos collected here, where this gentleman is talking to this woman that you might remember from much earlier. So that's Aeris' mom, talking to a man named Dr. Gast, who we hear about from time to time. Sephiroth specifically was like, oh, Hojo, he's no Dr. Gast. But Gast is a scientist who was interviewing Euphalna here, who was the last of the Cetra, about what happened to the planet, where did Genova come from, what are these weapons all about.
Yeah, this is so Final Fantasy VI in a way. Like you'd mentioned how you think that it was like a soft remake.
Yeah, yeah. This idea of like Euphalna is Madonna and Gast is it's kind of reverse really, because Madonna was a human who then had a child with an Esper, so that Terra was half Esper on her father's side, whereas Euphalna is a Cetra and Gast is just a regular dude, so Aeris is half Cetra on her mother's side.
I am a scientist. I'm not some regular dude.
I'm a scientist, but it doesn't mean I don't know how to love. Or do dicking. What? I'll be honest, not that experienced. Don't know what the lingo is these days. A lot of science. I do a lot of science.
Do dicking?
Do...
Like do dicking, like D-U-E. Oh yeah, she's gonna get her do dicking. I'll tell you. Henceforth. This guy sounds like a real creep. Deceived them, gave them a virus.
Yeah. It's odd because they do refer to Genova in this moment in both the male and the female prefix. Either A, the localizers didn't know what Genova was supposed to be, and so as person by person did it, or whomever did it, just did it on a case-by-case basis. B, it could be implying that Genova doesn't have a set gender or sex, and is just kind of a shape-shifting creature, which can take whatever form it needs, which is what she said, basically.
Yeah.
Genova can take whatever form, and eventually, supposedly, just kind of settled into the form of a woman, somewhat. Alright, what's this weapon all about? Oh, they're these huge badasses that the planet makes.
It's super cool. They come out of the ground and shit, and they're just fucking metal. I'm writing a rock opera about it right now.
Weapon was a weapon. And I think that in a small number of the surviving Cetra defeated Genova and confined it, right? And so I think that would be your party in the prequel to this. Is you would be going around the world. Maybe Genova's traveling with you. You don't know what she really is in that moment.
Yeah.
And you're being harangued by Weapon throughout. And you come to find out who Genova actually is, and your whole party basically dies in the center of the planet just to confine Genova.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be
a sweet-ass game.
Yeah. They're not going to do it. They're going to give us a third-person shooter. And a mobile game where you take pictures of stuff and the overwhelming color of the photo gives you a corresponding piece of colored materia. Which never made it stateside. It's like the way they describe Genova later is that even if she's destroyed and all of her parts scattered, they will recombine and form Genova again. That's what the Genova reunion is all about. When they keep shouting reunion in what is Advent Children? I don't know. They seem to have forgotten that. That reunion is supposed to be all of Genova's bits are coming back together. Which is why Cloud is being compelled to go north, and it's why all those guys in black cloaks are being compelled to go north, because they all have Genova cells, and Genova wants to be one whole being again.
I like to imagine, well, I don't like to imagine, but I imagine that this scientist was like, yes, call me Honey. Haha. I'll show all the boys that old Professor gasped. He could still get the ladies.
Confidential. For some reason, these records are confidential. We'll call her Aeris. What a beautiful name.
Video again?
Woman, I'm a scientist. We'd record everything. Everything.
You mean last night?
Everything.
Is that a bed or is that a dining table?
That's a dining table. They have a bed downstairs.
I was like, is this like a... Yeah, what's
But it's like a dumb science bed with lights on it for no reason.
Beep, boop, 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 beep.
Yeah.
How do you sleep with this? I don't know.
Not very well.
Look at his eyes right now. It's so funny. They're just dark, big black pupils.
You and Aeris are my only treasures. That and this commemorative Batman Forever frosted mug. with the one with the Riddler specifically.
But honey, those aren't even valuable.
Shut up. It's my only treasure besides you and my daughter. I don't know where I rank you all. I'm just saying, this is up there. This Batman Forever McDonald's commemorative frosted mug.
I was like, where's she going?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
It's them. It's them.
Stand behind my big muscular science body.
And there's just the John Crick-Falusi thing where it cuts to him in extreme detail, and he's just a rake. He's just a rake wearing a lab coat, basically.
There's a whistle.
Yeah.
Like the cat calling kind of whistle.
Mm-hmm.
New sample. You mean my arse?
That's young Hojo right there, because this was like 22 years before the events of this game.
Please take my Batman cup instead.
No, what he's doing is he has Aeris in one arm and his Batman Forever McDonald's commemorative frosted Riddler mug in the other, and he's just looking back and forth like, oh.
He's thinking about thinking about all the Orange Crush he's drinking. That.
I'm glad you went straight to Orange Crush, because so was I.
It's like playing like a nice touching song, like I don't know, like that So Happy Together shit. Running, frolicking through a field with a cup in hand, and late night like movie popcorn with it.
But then he's looking to Aeris and he's imagining like the future life with his daughter, where she's growing up and she's having her first steps and her first day at school and her first bad breakup and graduating college and getting married and all that. But the whole time he still has the mug in his hand.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, mug.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there for all the moments.
1969, that monitor said.
That doesn't make sense.
Nope. So see, down, Grey Pasture. You will die.
Damn, dude. I was just trying to protect you. You're not even dressed for the climate here.
Yeah. I love the perspective just as Elena's head pop up. Whoop. Whoop. Another great moment between Cloud and Elena, which makes me want them to have their own side story, their own Gaiden, if you will.
Like this is when they're working, so it's like, they understand.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's got to do her job. He's doing his job.
Yeah. Sephiroth did it. Sephiroth killed your boss.
She's like, a quick aside, she's like, we were friends, dick.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it wasn't me, I didn't kill him.
He was going to take me on a one-way trip to Pound Town. God damn it. You know how long it's been?
He even made a fake itinerary and everything.
So
Look, she pulls up a bus ticket. Whoa!
Yeah, she goes to punch you right there, and if you dodge left or right, you get out of the way, and she throws herself with so much force that she goes careening down the hill. If, however, you don't move, she punches you. Cloud passes out, falls on the ground. She's like, why didn't he move out of the way? Why didn't you just stand there and take it? And then if she does punch you and you pass out, then you wake up in the inn, and I think those two guards are posted somewhere. I don't think they'll let you leave, but otherwise it doesn't have any significant impact that I'm aware of.
And Barrett's just deeply disappointed. He's just like, man, you have a glass jaw, dude. Like, that pretty face was not made for taking a beating. Then he robs some kid of his super rad board.
Well, he gives it to you willingly because he broke his leg and he can't snowboard. I'm sure his mom's going to be real happy about that.
Some spiky-haired thing in the dark broke my leg. But here, you can have this.
Are you telling me Cloud came here beforehand and broke this kid's leg?
Yeah, just for the snowboard.
Yeah.
I knew it would pay off, yeah.
You can also rip a map of this whole area off the wall of the inn, but there was no point to show that on camera. Here we go, the most rad part of this game. Which actually is fairly competent.
It's pretty cool for all of a sudden appearing in a JRPG.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't look any worse than some of the snowboarding games of the same era.
Graphically. It's one of those things where there's so little to the moment that they can make it look okay. They could have made it look a lot better, but at that point it would have just looked... Yeah. I said it's a lot incongruous with the rest of the experience. I don't know if you get anything for these balloons. I've always wondered, like, do they give you gil? Do they give you AP? Do they give you experience? To my knowledge, they don't give you anything here.
Donkey Kong's just pissed you're taking them all.
Yeah. When you play this in the gold saucer, they give you points. Here, I don't believe they give you anything. I could be wrong. I was tempted to buy a Final Fantasy VII strategy guide from Pink Gorilla just to leaf through it and see, like, okay, what do I not know?
Yeah.
I played this game so often, I feel like I know everything about it, but I'm sure there are little nooks and crannies I haven't been able to suss out. But it was like $30, and I'm like, as nice as it would be to have this, it's not $30 nice.
I like how someone fucked up on balloon.png and there's still like a white halo around it.
Yeah. Balloon.png.
Fucking rad, Cloud.
How are you suddenly just this snowboarding savant?
It's like, guys, I think I'm going to give up all this world-saving stuff.
Just become a professional snowboarder. That's going to be big for like 5 years, right?
He like kicks off like it's a skateboard.
Yeah.
He's all pushing.
Oh, professional snowboarders.
See,
they had their time in the sun. I'm Shaun White, remember? You don't remember. Fuck.
Guess I'll do skateboarding next. Hey, I'm Shaun White from skateboarding, formerly from snowboarding. Skateboarding's not cool anymore? Oh.
Tony Hawk is a mummy?
I'm fucking always amazed at how infrequently skateboarders do the thing they set out to do.
What do you mean? Oh, do you mean like actually pull off their trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they keep going. They keep trying.
Good on them.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They never land the trick.
Like, imagine if they put all that effort and determination into something worthwhile. Oh, skateboarder burn. Let me get some ointment for that burn. Oh, yeah. So right there, the path diverged, and I think it does that once or twice more along this route. And depending on the route that you take...
Ooch.
well, let me rephrase that. The route that you take will determine where you land in the upcoming area. Because the upcoming area is unique in that it's this kind of... Well, you have a map specifically of it. It's the only area with its own map, and it's somewhat labyrinthian. You have to go a specific way to get different items, and you have to. There's a whole side quest where you can get the Alexander materia, but it's just a huge pain in the ass. But this area will determine where you land in there.
I like that the game does you a solid, and when you ran into those rocks, it makes them disappear.
Yeah. Let's not have the player do that thing where they get back on their feet, but now they're stuck right behind this thing.
You know what? This isn't a snowboarding game. This is just a nice change to make people forget about the shit that's been going on. Fucking Muggles getting their asses beat.
So I suppose in the Final Fantasy world, Muggles do exist. They just live in igloos up in the frozen wastes. Or Final Fantasy VII world, specifically. And here we go. Whee!